Hello, and this is a story about the Dunbar family. A family of my previous life. Before I was Graham Thorne, I was a guy named Patrick Dunbar, who was a man's kid who loved to fish with his grandfather, and he also used to love the footy. But the footy he used to like, he was living in America, so he used to like gridiron, and he used to be one of the best baseball players. I think he played for the Little League too, but he was tragically kidnapped as well, and he was killed by a witch doctor who was roaming around America back in the 40s or 50s. I think it was the 40s actually. Here it is. You see, in this nice city of Los Angeles lived the Dunbar family, Mark and Lisa, and their two children, Patrick and Jonathan. And Patrick Dunbar, who was I, was a real man's kid, and we often went to the hills to do some fishing, mainly Patrick's grandfather and myself, me. You see, me, Patrick Dunbar, was the type of man's kid who just sat there and made jokes with him. And yes, he often caught better fish. And also, Patrick Dunbar, yes, wasn't very famous for much, except for 4 minutes of fame, getting on the front page of the New York Times. Plus, he also played baseball and gridiron, but this was just basically the adult part in that crate. And then he also got on the New York Times for that crazy witch doctor story. You see, a witch doctor was on the prowl all over the States, and one day Patrick Dunbar and his grandfather were fishing on the lake, and the witch doctor grabbed Patrick, me, and said, "You are with me now, buddy." And Patrick Dunbar said, "Please let me go, you cunt. Please let me go. Me fucking go." And his grandfather said, "You leave me the fuck alone, you stupid prick. You leave my son the fuck alone. My grandson. He is my grandson. I want to take him to airplane exhibits and everything." And the witch doctor said, "No, I want your grandson now. You see, I am a witch doctor. You will never see him alive. You see, Patrick Dunbar died at the age of 13. And his grandfather died at the age of 80 in 1956. And the last words he said was, 'I remember those tragic days in 1936 when my grandson Patrick was taken from me.' You see, I am Patrick Dunbar, and David Manningham Stewart is Granddad Dunbar, and he just is living a lie, but obviously hasn't lived a life since then." At least Andrew Fish writes, "Well, oh well, it's just another tale." Yeah, I suppose, yeah, I do see him around, but I do not actually bring in previous lives. Previous lives to me are not really that necessarily. Even if I do see this guy around a lot, I think he's a bit of a weirdo. So, to my point of view, so that's just I don't mix with him. Okay, thank you.